All right, all right, all right. It's a members only GUFON show tonight. There's no more X, formerly known as Twitter now. It's just the member, the members, the members only show. Yeah. Everybody put your hands together. Rich G is gonna get your weather going. It's sunny outside. Going. It's blowing outside. Welcome to the... It is Sunday, Saturday. What is it? What are we doing? No, it's not a member show. Why would you say that? Why? That's tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I thought I would pull that trick on you. It was my April Fool's joke. I do my April Fool's on Saturday, April 13th, every year. April Fool's. Nah, you like that one, huh? You thought we were going to do Sunday's show, and I was wrong. Anyway, we're going to talk tonight. It is Saturday, April 13th, 2024. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. Confusion? No. Purposeful? You should have seen your faces. Yeah, well, what is he doing? He's really high. I am. You just can't help it. We're going to talk about where has Kevin Day been, as they say in the UK. Where's he been? Isn't that how you kids say it out there? Been. It is been. It's not been. Where's he been? It's been. Richie G. I keep hearing that song. Ufology in every night. I'm waiting for the background to pop up, man. It just won't do. But I'm glad. Tonight we're doing a regular show. It's 5 o'clock. And the UFC is on tonight. It starts at 6. We'll end this at 7. It's okay. I'm only going to miss 2 fights out of 80. It's like 6.5 hours after that. I'll be fine. Trust me. It's the prelim. It's the early prelims. And usually those are the up-and-comers, people that are like just got off an injury and they're trying to get their groove back. You know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying? There we go. Yeah, that looks good tonight. What do you say, Kev? We're going to talk a little bit about you tonight, but nothing bad. Where have you been? Where's he been? Flying around? Because you remember about 16 months ago, his girlfriend messaged me on Facebook Messenger and says, "You're a jerk." I'm paraphrasing. He's been through a lot. And I'm like, because I put the show up and the thumbnail reached her. I guess she saw me post it on Facebook and she thought I was going to do this attack piece on him. I'm just wanted to talk about him because he did not look well. And we heard he wasn't doing well. Now, I don't know what happened to him. There were rumors he's going through some hard times, trying to get off medication, things of that nature. God, I hope he's okay. And then some wise ass today came to the channel, must have seen the post, and says, "Hey, dum-dum." I'm dum-dum. Kevin Day's doing the such and such con in September or something. I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, where's he now? Nobody talks about Kevin Day. Ever. Well, since he's fallen off the wagon or back on the wagon. I don't know. He was with the wagon for a while. Who knows, for whatever reasons why. God bless him. But Kevin Day is an interesting story with the Nimitz. One that I don't truly know if I believe, or I'm the idiot. Write your own narrative. I was going to say something else, but I chose not to. Roll call, please. That's right. What is this early? Sven did it again. I set the alarm to 2305. That is, that's not the right time, is it? Oh, for where he's at. Yeah. Sure. I used to work with this Japanese guy. I can't remember his name, but his last name was Win. Nguyen. You say it Win. And he moved to the States 5 years prior, still learning. And he was a loan officer, and I overlooked his work and trained him and whatnot. The coolest, funniest, but the one of the things he always did was, sure. And I'm like, wait, hold on, let me finish that. Sure. And I go, you don't have to say that. Sure. Stop. Sure. And then we'd start laughing. I'm like, why do you say sure? And he goes, I'm nervous. I get nervous talking to the boss. I'm not nobody. You and me, we're equals here. Okay, sure. Stop. Sure. My girlfriend says same thing. She says, shut up. I say, sure. She says, shut up. I love that guy, man. I wonder what he's doing. That was 20 years ago. 18 years ago. Yeah, I was in the UFOs already. That was fun. Those were good times. Like when I first started out in ufology, it was so much fun. It was different. It is. It's a little different. We're going to talk about 20 years. My 20-year anniversary is Monday. No big deal. I'm just not making like, 20 years. But I am, because that's a big milestone for anybody in this field. I say if you make it past 5 years as a real researcher and you're doing, you're doing a lot of research or putting your hands in there, you're getting dirty, boots on the ground, as some like to say. If you're doing that and you've been doing it for 5 years, I consider you a veteran. Before that, I'm still learning, 20 years. You never know it all. You can't. But if you know the basic plot, you can do rather well in having conversations with people. You just need to know the big ones. Roswell, right? Phoenix Lights, Betty and Barney, Rendlesham, and 1967, the Huckabee. What was the one where the thing came down and looked like an acorn? Yeah, that one. So, well, there's probably more I'm missing. Travis Walton, of course. But there's about 10 things people should know. Hey, that's not a bad idea for a show. 10 things you should know to have a healthy conversation in the field. That's a long... Well, Sven, thank you again for continually supporting GUFON. And if you too, you, the viewer, even on the replay, if you want to help support the show, there's a thanks button. You see it? It's right underneath. That's like a super chat when we're not live. But when you're live, super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. You can even become a member. I added 3 shows yesterday to the members viewing section. Videos. Yeah. They were just shows that should have done better, that were really good shows. I personally hand-chosen them myself. Matter of fact, I hosted each one. A little biased. But thank you, Sven. Let's do a little roll call. Mucho gusto, generoso, Sven. Welcome to the show. Kelly Lewis, the EW is here. Welcome to the show. Kelly number 4, Kennelly. Kelly Kennelly, welcome to the show. And it's probably Connolly, but I wanted to make it sound cool. You hear? Samo, Goofonian Rockstar, welcome to the show. Hey, Shannon, how you doing, Chief? Good to see you. Intergalactic Angler, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Jeanette, the angel of GUFON. Jeanette, welcome to the show. The angel of GUFON. Helen, is that Helen? Awesome, I like the new pic. Is that new? That's got to be new. I don't remember that. What a beautiful little fuzzy friend. Aw. If I was to say man or woman, I would say it looks like a boy, but he wants to be a girl. I'm kidding. Marcel, Gufonian Metalhead. Welcome to the show. Who else is here? Hey, Mr. Hunsley. How are you, John? John Hunsley, everybody. Welcome to the show. Who's coming through the front door? We're doing a short roll call tonight. Samantha Morris, the cat. Hey, good. How you doing? Right through the door slot. Good to see you. And the kitty. FGraph 72. Gotcha. We usually don't see you till the end, right? I don't know why I miss you sometimes. I try to remember everybody. It's hard. When I say goodbye at the end, I usually have a certain way of doing it. I usually go like, I'll start off with A, like you go the at symbol, and then I'll go AL, and then Alfie, Joe, Bob, and Alan will show up, and then I'll go DA, and it'll bring up David Rope, David Wilcox, David Pollock, and all these other David Pollock. And it would bring up the DAs, and then I go, and then that's how I say goodbye real quick. Some people are like, how the hell do you do that so fast? I'm like, because I've been doing it forever. But I always remember to say goodbye to certain people. It's in the easy reach section for me. FGraph 72. Well, I don't know what I just said. Welcome to the show. What's up? David Altman. Great name. That's an actor name. Isn't there an actor named David Altman anyway? Are you he, Mr. A? Welcome to the show. Hey, Douglas Mosley. How you doing, DM? Is that you? If that's you, it's hard for me to tell. It's small, but that's a cool beard. Alfie, Joe, Bob. Speaking of the angels, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Sky Allen, welcome to the show. And Derek Faulkner, welcome to the show. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. We got a lot of show to do. Tonight we really do. We've been going long a few nights this week and last week, right? Uh-oh. I'm seeing something here popping from X. An error card. Hit go live to go to X live. It didn't make it over. So okay, we hit it. We're back live. We're back live on X. I've got cotton mouth. All right. Welcome, everybody. It's a good one tonight. We're going to have some fun. We might go a little long, like 5 minutes. I usually try to do an hour and 50 minutes, in case you haven't noticed. And I know there's a lot of people out there who see that it's longer than 30-minute show, turns people off. People don't want to listen to 2-hour shows. They don't want to listen to 1-hour shows. They want to listen to 20-minute shows. Well, I like tradition. I like having the long form and not try to run through everything as fast as possible. And I do run through things faster than I should because I have so much I want to cover. And I also feel sometimes like, the story's not worthy anymore. I don't even know why I thought of this. Because you were high earlier in the day and it sounded cool. No. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I'm joking. But Kevin Day's not missing. I almost said he's missing. He has been. He has. And I'll tell you how I know. All last year, I know where I was because of all the hospital visits. And I never brought him up. He was not in the conversation. He wasn't even a thought. He wasn't on radar. Why did that happen? I have no idea. But there's only one thing I can think of. Because I was called a dum-dum today for not knowing that he's going to be the speaker at a UFO con somewhere. Forgive me, because I haven't seen him anywhere. And I looked for new stuff. Just flying under the radar. Probably the best thing. Now, let me tell you why. He's a little emotional. Wouldn't you agree? He is the guy who was part of the Nimitz, the radar guy, a veteran of 20 years, or at the time, 10 or something. I don't know. It was 17. He was there a long time. Stellar record. Aces. The guy's exactly what we hired him for. Until I see this guy break down talking about what he saw on radar. You know, 80,000 to 20,000. I think that was him, right? Wasn't that him? Maybe I'm confusing him and Ryan Graves, but nah, maybe I am, right? I think I am. Well, either way, he saw Tic Tacs on radar. Everybody else talks about it. Pretty believable stories. They're all consistent in a way. From David Fravor, Alex Dietrich. I'm talking about the Nimitz. You know, all that, right? Isn't it? The Nimitz is 2004. Don't scare me. Gonna scare me? See, you know, now look what I'm doing. Hold on. Hold on there. Let's take a look, shall we? I have some videos to play. I have not a lot, but I have several UFO videos we're going to look at tonight. Some good stuff we're going to talk about too, and nothing about Corbell. No Elizondo. I think we're done with Elizondo for a minute. I'm waiting for this to load up, and it didn't, so I'm refreshing it. Hopefully it'll work. No, it did not. So let's pull this up. Yeah, 2004. Of course. I just wanted to double check. Actually, 10 times. I mean, I know the story. But the way I'm feeling today, I feel kind of separated from my brain a little bit. I feel like I'm someone else took over this guy, Rich, and now I'm doing his program, and I'm kind of like feeling my way through his thoughts and stuff. So I'm a little delayed. It's a good excuse. It sounds good, doesn't it? Hey, that's just as good as anything out there. But okay, so he was part of it. He's the only guy who had a mental fixation on it. What do I mean by that? That's all he thought about. And it bothered him that nobody believed him when he talked about it. Everybody else was all right, but Kevin Day, for some reason, took this to the heart and made himself the man he never should have been. Turned to drugs, alcohol. He got depressed. He lost everything. Pretty much, right? That's why his girlfriend last year, or a year and a half ago, was yelling at me. You don't know the story. You know, nice guy. But I wasn't attacking him. I was just questioning what is wrong with Kevin Day, because the guy looked frail, 70 years old. He looked disheveled. He looked homeless. You remember. And if you don't, well, I don't know. Look up my old show or just go timeline it somewhere. The guy looked terrible. But so we talked about it. And a lot of people commented on that. And apparently he was going through all those things. What happened to him was real interesting, though. About 6-7 years after, I think he retired from he was just near the end of his career when the Nimitz happened in 2004, when the event happened. So he retires a few years later, still has the weight of this Tic Tac event he saw on radar on his shoulders. Nobody believes his story. He goes into a tailspin in life. Everything I mentioned earlier happened. He talked about it. Everybody knows. So for those of you who think I'm just saying this because I'm saying it, no, it's true. Sad. But why? And I think people were really getting on me because I was so hard on him. Like, this is who we hire? People who are that frail to guard the United States? I mean, this guy's lost his family, lost himself because nobody believed him. Do you hear how silly that sounds? That's like a 5-year-old who is saying, look, I'm seeing monsters under the bed. There's real monsters, but nobody believes. Then the kid goes missing, and the mother's like, oh, we should have listened. Something happened to this guy. I don't know if he was threatened. I don't know if he saw more than what he told everybody and they forced him to change the story. Something had to have happened for him to go in this tailspin. I question it. It doesn't make sense. And he's been missing ever since we did that show. I haven't seen him anywhere. But I found out from a watcher of the show. Said, I am a dum-dum. So, I guess Kevin Day's still out there, but I ain't seen none. I ain't seen him. And he's, one of the big guys. One of the big witnesses. Didn't you ever find that odd how he was? Didn't you find that strange? That he breaks down over this? It's kind of childish. It's kind of weak. It is weak. It's not kind of. It is. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It just is. Okay, see? Let me play this for you. Just to refresh your memory on Kevin Day. It's a 3-minute. Oh, geez, I can't play it. That's right. It's Discovery Channel. Nike. It's about the Nimitz incident. Shoot. I can play it. Don't want to. Hold on. I'm pulling up another one. I just don't want to push it. You know what I mean? I got to make another email for this other channel. I am getting more emails from the new channel. I didn't even put up a video yet. And everybody's reaching out. It's going to be awesome. And the new channel's Rich Saves America. It's a constitutional channel. I'm removing all the videos that are on there now, like tonight. But I'm going to load up the very short video that I have just to get something up there. And then I'm going to make an introduction video for the channel. And then tomorrow, I'll be going back out. And Monday. It's fun. All right. Pull this up here real quick. Here we go. Into the wild blue yonder. I forgot that I had to find another video. I always like to have a video so you don't just take my word for things. Plus, I could use a break from talking. It helps. A year ago, year and a half ago, 15 months ago, 16 months ago. He didn't do much. I don't want these, though. 3 years ago. That's Showtime. No, but that's such a good video of him. 5 years ago. That's not him. You know what? I want to play this. I don't know why. I don't know. We've never watched this. And this is Alex Dietrich. I think it's Dietrich, how you say it, right? This looks like it's with Anderson. I almost said Anderson Silva. What's his name? Anderson Cooper. I'm so much into the UFC. Anderson Silva is a fighter. All right, go.
On Capitol Hill today, a bipartisan call for more government transparency on UFOs, or as the military calls them, unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. 3 retired military veterans testified before a House subcommittee. One was asked about alien bodies. Two others talked about seeing UAPs. In a moment, I'll talk with a retired Navy pilot who saw with her own eyes what one UAP was capable of off the coast of San Diego years ago. First, more on today's testimony from CNN's Oren Lieberman.
Yeah, going on, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
The videos of mysterious airborne objects have captured the public's attention.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. The whole thing, dude.
And perhaps it's imagination.
There lies a pressing demand for government transparency and accountability that cannot be overlooked.
As Wednesday's hearing focused on the threat they may pose and whether the government has been too secretive about what it knows.
If UAP are foreign drones, it is an urgent national security problem. If it is something else, it is an issue for science. In either case, unidentified objects are concerned for flight safety.
David Grush, a former military intel officer, claimed the U.S. had alien bodies in spacecraft, a statement for which he admitted he has secondhand info and no proof.
You've said that the U.S. has intact spacecraft. You said that the government has alien bodies.
I have to be careful to describe what I've seen firsthand and not in this environment.
Have you seen any of the bodies?
That's something I've not witnessed myself.
The House oversight hearing was a rare moment of bipartisanship in a sharply divided Congress.
We're not bringing little green men or flying saucers into the hearing. We're just going to get to the facts.
We should encourage more reporting, not less.
You know, that is such a weird statement by Burchett. Basically, what he's saying is we're not going to give you any evidence today. We're just going to give you facts. If you really think about that, that's almost like saying, we're not going to give you any evidence today. We're not going to give you any facts today. We're going to lie to you. That's how I take it, right? We're not going to give you any little green men or any UFOs today. No, none of that. We're just going to give you facts. What? No evidence. Twist it any way you want. It's wrong. It's just weird. This whole UFO thing, it's just a psyop, man. It's fun, though. It's fun to see how they twist and turn.
On UAPs, the more we understand, the safer we will be.
One of the witnesses was former Navy pilot Ryan Graves, who now runs Americans for Safe Aerospace, a group that encourages pilots to report incidents of UFOs, officially known as UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena. The vast majority of sightings, he says, are never reported.
This is an approximation based off of my personal experience speaking with a number of pilots, but I would estimate we're somewhere near 5% reporting, perhaps.
The three witnesses, all retired military veterans.
Don't they look alike? Don't they? Is that why he shaved his head to get as close as to baldy as he could? Is that what's going on? Trying to show brethren that way? I stand with Grush, or I go bald for Grush. Lose my hair for Grush. Let's listen to Barbie here. Ooh. Little Miss Thing. She's a nice person, though, but I don't trust her at all. She is part of the problem. I know. You must do something. I'm doing it now. Talk. Yeah, I'm talking. Boring. Hey, you do it yourself. Maybe I will. Huh?
More is retired Navy Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich. Commander.
What a great interview, huh? We've got Alex Dietrich. Boop. And that's that, folks. That's the professionalism watch. Let's watch that again.
With more is retired Navy Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich.
Boop. And that's it, folks. Have a great night. What a great interview. We got eyelash. We got an eyelash. We got a wink. And we got a breath. We got some breath.
Commander, thanks for being here. You watched the hearing today. You listened to the testimony.
Sorry.
What did you think? What stood out to you?
Well, I was very proud of my colleagues.
She said
the
well.
Witnesses, Ryan Graves, David Grush, and Commander David Fravor, who was my skipper at the time of our UAP encounter back in 2004. And I thought all three of them did a great job of maintaining their bearing, articulating their experience and their expertise and their recommendations for the representatives of Congress to.
Into Thin Air says, we need to start realizing that anything that comes from the news about UFOs is not going to be true. And if you look to the cookie, you will see where the chips lie. Back to you, Rich. Thank you very much.
Follow through to investigate both what has already happened and to pave a way for a process and a system to.
But that is a very true statement. I2TA.
Collect future encounters, the information, the data, analyze it in a systematic way, and make sense of it.
David Fravor was your commanding officer. You mentioned him on that day back in 2004 when you saw the UAP, which you referred to as the Tic Tac, and we're showing the video now. Commander Fravor described the encounter.
We're showing you the video now. We're showing the video now.
Which you referred to as the Tic Tac, and we're showing the video now.
Showing that video now. Sorry, I have to get this out.
Tic Tac, and we're showing the video now. Commander Fravor described the encounter again today in the hearing. What else do you personally remember from that encounter? What stands out to you all these years later?
So I thought Commander Fravor did an excellent job of recounting a lot of the technical details, the scenario that we were in this training exercise off the coast of California. We were a large carrier strike group, this battle group of several ships and squadrons of aircraft. That is why it was such a big deal that we had this unidentified aircraft or something in our airspace operating so close to a military exercise. And the only thing that I would add to the story that he tells is what happened in the moments and hours and days afterwards, which was disappointing. It was underwhelming in terms of the debrief that we received. And so again, I would advocate for a process in place so that when operators, whether they're military pilots or civilian commercial pilots or anybody else who sees something, to have a way to report it and to have a channel through which it is collected and analyzed in a systematic way.
Oh, that doesn't sound rehearsed at all.
And in the 18 years since, has anyone, in a position or anyone from the military, anyone in a legitimate position to investigate, been able to give you any explanation that makes sense about what you saw?
Oh, no explanations. But I will say that it took several years before I was called into the Pentagon to provide a thorough debrief. And at that point, I was asked some very good technical questions.
I mean, the thing that years ago.
No, I saw it.
Been able to give you any explanation.
Watch now, and then she continues. Watch.
That makes sense about what you saw.
Oh, no explanations.
Right. Oh, no explanations. Very quick on that trigger.
You saw.
Oh, no explanations.
Oh. We know the rest. We know the rest. Can you put me back on the big screen? Thank you. We know the rest. As a matter of fact, we're never going to rest. We've got more to show you. Yeah. Watch this. This one comes from DMAX UK. It's the name of the channel that has 461,000 subscribers. And this video came out 9 months ago. It says Navy pilot shares video footage of his encounter. I didn't know that he had footage. Is this somebody else they're talking about? What is this, a 9-minute, 8-minute video? Go.
I'd like to take some notes on if you don't mind. But why don't we start out, first of all, could you take me back to that day? Tell me.
Oh, that's Ben Hansen. This has got to be like Discovery Channel 2. I'm just going to play it.
Like, what was it like through your eyes?
In the morning of the 14th, we had planned to do a major air defense exercise. So we were off the coast about 90 miles off San Diego that day. I was up on watch. I was anti-air warfare coordinator. I'm the actual guy that makes the identifications. My whole job is to identify stuff that flies.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I have to make this small insert here. I have to add this to the story. In Mexico, earlier that year and the year before, they had 2 recorded, one by civilian, one by, I think it was Air Force or something from Mexican Air Force, that they were following drug runners, I think, and they saw, you remember seeing the 9 or the 10 things, and everybody said they were oil wells. So there were 2 fleets that happened same time that they saw the fleet. There's a whole fleet of them. My gosh, right? You know the story. So, well, check this out. A month after the Nimitz incident, on December 12th, 2004, Rich Giordano caught a fleet of UFOs. The first of its kind, and that's the one where they were doing the movements. And you've seen some of the videos where one will move and the other 2 will stay equidistant and that stuff. And that's the one I told you with the dark objects behind that do their own thing. And so I find it very interesting how all of these fleet were in the Southwest at that time, off the Baja coast into Mexico, Arizona. Nothing came out from New Mexico, and I don't know why, but there's not a lot of sky watchers in New Mexico. There are, but there aren't. You know what I mean? It's like I never hear anything coming out of New Mexico. Hardly ever. It's usually what? California, Arizona, right? Someplace like maybe Kentucky or something. Colorado, Nevada. Never hear much from the place you think you would hear a lot from, New Mexico. Amy, Alien Girl 111, is from New Mexico. And I don't hear her talking about the immense amount of sightings they're having over there. I bet you they have so many, people are just, they're aloof to it now. They're so used to it. It's like, oh, there goes another one. Oh, that was the Bob Lazar model. Oh, that was the wedding cake. Yeah, wedding cake. Good one. Good one. All right, let's play the rest here. A couple more seconds. Makes you wonder.
These really strange contacts off Catalina Island. They were at 28,000 feet in a real loose formation, and they were tracking south at 100 knots.
Interesting. I'm a pilot. I can see why you're like, well, what's something that slow doing this high up?
I had never seen anything fly like that before. Immediately we're thinking, hey, are these things real? Is it some type of glitch? So, and we ran a bunch of diagnostic tests, and we brought all our systems back up, and the contacts were stronger now.
The objects seemed to ping-pong through the sky, changing speed and directions in ways that defy the laws of physics.
That's
all right. Which we've never seen any of that, Remember when Corbell, a couple of years back, goes, I've got a swarm of UFOs over the USS Russell. Remember? And it was three little dots. What were they, 82 knots? Woo-wee! I tell you, man, that bugger, if it almost hit 90 knots, I would have lost the bet. I would have. But those there just be Cessnas or maybe even a drone. Corbel. Whatever it was, there was no magnificent maneuvers over any Russell on any ship by any Corbell video. No proof of it. What he showed us was a bunch of hogwash. I don't believe it. Everything about Corbell, and it's not a Corbell night, but everything about Corbell is a disinfo. End of story. And every video I show tonight that's YouTube, you know, it's linked to YouTube. I put the links in the show description so you can check them out at your own leisure. The shirt's a little weird. You know, I've gained weight back, so they don't fit the same now. They're starting to get a little too snug on the upper ribs. You know what I mean? What is it? Today's Saturday, right? All day. I can't believe it. So that is a very interesting story, but I still haven't seen anything on Kevin Day. He purposely had to have stayed away from everything, and I think that is great. He stayed off the internet after people were recognizing he was having issues. But I guess he's coming out, and he's going to be doing some UFO con. You know, I wish they would change that. And don't call them UFO cons. I know it's a conference, but can we change it anyway? The UFO con, you know what that makes me think of? You too. Oh, it's a con. Exactly. No, let's get it out of there. Let's change the vocabulary. At least we should try. Let's stop using con. Phoenix International UFO Con. It's short for conference. Don't use it. That you might as well say the UFO balloons and drones of the UAP. You might as well just say it. The same thing. Think, please. See, and nobody will say anything. Everybody will stand pat while I say the important stuff again. We got to change that narrative. You cannot say UFO con in the same title, sentence, words, whatever. Get it out of there. People know what it means. They know what it means, but they know what it means. You know what I mean? Damn. I don't see how people don't get that. Let's just keep doing it. UFO con, I like the way it rolls off my lips. You don't have any lips. There was a baby alien found in Mexico. Did you hear about it? I don't want to forget. A baby alien found in Mexican cave with explorer daring not to touch it without gloves. Wait until you see it. This came from Newsbreak in my hometown. You're going to like this little baby alien. Are you sitting down, Goofonians? Tell me you be sitting down right now. You get yourself snug as a bug in a chair. I'm gonna play a baby in the air. Are you ready? Here we go in 5, 4, 3. I said 2. Uno. It goes. Look at that baby, huh? Look at that kid. Ain't that a good-looking kid? He's got his mother's eyes and his father's rib cage, yeah. One user exclaimed, "It's the body of a goblin," while another confessed, "I don't want to look at it anymore. It makes me scared. I would never have touched it. How brave are you?" Oh, how brave are you? How brave you are! A third simply stated, "Yeah, it's a baby alien." The unusual find has drawn comparisons to urologists. Hey, dipshit at Newsbreak, it's ufologist, not urologist. Have any of you, I have my hand up because I'm going to admit it, ever type something, put the word ufologist, and spell check changed it to urologist? I've seen it in every chat room I've ever been to. But if you want to be taken seriously in this field, you have got to spell check threefold. Are you kidding me? He's not a urologist. Jaime Maussan's a urologist. I need you to pay in this cap, please. You mean cup? No, cap. I'm scared. I'm screwed. Yum, yum, yum. Anyway, People are comparing it to Jaime Maussan's mummified discoveries presented to Congress in Mexico last September, which were met with skepticism by scientists labeling them as fakes. The mysterious mummy-doomy aliens from Peru are about to make their on-screen debut, with independent experts set to determine if these mummies truly are ET beings in an upcoming TV documentary, reports the Daily Star. Show producer Serena D.C. expressed frustration over the past probes into the doomy mummies not being public, stating, "It is now time for the world to know the truth." Her team of independent specialists will conduct autopsies and medical scans to unravel the true nature of these remains. For the latest local news and features on Irish America, visit our homepage here, you fascist! Moomy Doomies. Let me do this, because I know what you're thinking right now. Rich, huh? You didn't leave it up on the screen long enough. I'd like to see it again. All right. I hear you, and I feel you. In 3, et 2, et quoi. Boop. There he is, or she. Very nice shoulder blade, actually. You know, I like the way the eyeball stayed intact. You know, it didn't just fall through into the socket of the skull. It kind of just kept its shape. Yep. And we got a nice mouth here. Somebody choked this thing. It was probably stupid. And look at it. It's got a buck tooth. Nobody liked this alien. It was a prick. All right, there you go. Enjoy. And a 3 and a 2 and a good to you. It is time. It is. I'm making it time right now. I think I pulled my neck muscle. I was fine yesterday. I didn't have it. Now it's hurting again. Motherless. All right, where's the video? Come on. Come on. Oh, it's right here. I'm looking right at it. So Into Thin Air posted this today at 1:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, April 13th, 2024. It has to do with the Antarctica anomaly. And this 1 minute of information is going to make you smile, and it's going to make you scared, and it's going to make you curious, and it's going to make you say, show me more Into Thin Air, because that's what I said. Giddy up. Here we go. In 3, 2 and a half, and 3/4 go.
So this chart right here is our total precipitable water. We could follow low pressure systems, hurricanes, water vapor, that type of stuff. But check this out. This thing picks up some sort of frequency as we move into the 10th and the 11th. You're going to see these weird artifacts right there popping up from down right where we saw the anomaly off Antarctica and the southern coast of Africa. Look at these distortion lines. I'll move a little more forward and you can see exactly where they're coming from. These beams are coming from what looks like the shores of Antarctica and then swooping up towards South America and up.
Wait, hold on. What's this over here? Is it the same? Is it? Well, let's see if it's brought up. What? It looks similar to me, right? This is so bizarro. I can't believe what I thought it was on this side, but it wasn't. It was over here. This is unreal. Look at the anomaly down here. This, you know what that looks like? A net. Like they cast a net over us. The arc net. It's real!
North Atlantic, just a weird looking frequency that comes and disappears as we move into the 12th. It's gone. Now we'll backtrack. There it is again on the 12th, the 11th, and back to the 10th right here.
Oh, he
and we
did.
No longer see
Thank
it.
you.
So this doesn't exactly line up with the anomaly popping up at that time. But what if one of these frequencies took place and then caused that weather chart, maybe
Yep.
in some sort of error, predict a wave pool that would move all the way up into the North Atlantic?
Yep.
This is very much right here, and you could see it in real time.
That is wicked cool into thin air. Thanks for that minute. I'll put that link into the show description immediately following the show's conclusion. That is just, and there's more, I believe, right? You have another one I think you put up. Oh, I think I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I thought there was two of them. Let me see if this is it. Here's one, it looks like. For everyone asking about my other Antarctica video discoveries, here are two I found that have never been on the internet until I posted this video a few years back. This is an update. Let me see what this is. When is this from? 5 months ago. I'm going through it real quick. Oh, yeah, we don't need to talk about this. Okay, this is something we've covered it twice, actually. Yeah, it's okay. It's a good one, though. All right. Man. There's so much stuff to talk about. I'm looking. It's amazing how much stuff I pulled up in the last 2 days. And you know what I'm doing right now? It's like, I don't know which one to pick. This is just crazy. All right. You know, I'm talking about Kevin Day tonight. On and off throughout the show. One of the things that I found very interesting is that I haven't even thought about the guy since the last time we heard that he wasn't doing that well. He was going through some hard times. I think maybe rehab or something to that nature, just to get, mentally stable for himself, whatever it was, whatever. We all go through stuff. So he was going through stuff. We all do. So I'm really happy that he's doing that UFO con, wherever it is. I wonder if he had to stay away because he couldn't handle it. Why? That's the thing for me, and I bet if I ever had him on the show, my question would be, what drove you to drink? What drove you to be insane? And be honest with America. Don't say it's because nobody believed you. You want to know why? Because I don't believe it. So you got to tell us tonight, Kevin, get it off your chest. Tell the world the truth for once, please. What happened that made you freak out? What did you see? Did the aliens talk to you? Did they reach out to you through the electronics? That makes you wonder. That would make me go a little bit crazy. And I mean that with all due respect to Sism. Look, if I'm sitting there and I'm on the USS Russell and all of a sudden I have my, they're on. And I'm looking at the Magic 8 Ball. What is it? Crystal ball they got. The radar light. So there he is. Oh, he sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many makes a fleet. You know what makes a fleet? I know you're not going to agree, but look it up. More than one makes a fleet. I thought it was more than 3, but it's more than 1. Well, that's a couple. It's not a fleet. And 3 is 3. But 4 is more, and that is a fleet. Right? Even looks like one. Anywho, so Kevin Day just went off the deep end. And I want to know why. I want to know why. I don't believe what he says because I just couldn't handle it. That people didn't believe me. No, no. You know how he got out of this mess and went public? Because after he retired, something like 5-6 years later, he's in a bar drinking his life away. True story, not me. He said it. Paraphrasing. But he was drinking his life away. And he sees the TV in the bar, and they're talking about these objects that they saw from the Nimitz. And he's like, hey, I was on there. And now the news was out. He felt a sense of relief, vindicated that, that it's true. They're finally talking about it. Oh, what a load off. I don't need to drink anymore. I don't need this heroin anymore. However you do heroin. Shoot it up. Toe jams. Is that where it goes in? Your toe jam? Yeah, poor guy. Very sensitive man. Like a child, I was going to say. Like a child. It's weird. And that guy was running a certain radar for the Navy. Was he already losing it before he saw these things? I got to know what happened. I got to reach out. I'm going to have to. We got to know. And I'm going to tell him, if you're coming on my show, I don't want to hear the same story. I want you to make it up and tell me something bad happened to you. I want a new story. I want the truth this time. Oh, don't you feel like we're not getting the truth with these people? I feel like it's scripted. I definitely do. It sounds scripted. It does. And then when they brought Alex Dietrich in, right? She looked like she didn't want to talk at all. She did not look happy. Nervous. And I understand. You've never been on national television before. I get it. That's how people feel when they come over here. But she did not look like she wanted to be there. So you know what I finally came to conclusion with? Why Kevin Day lost it? Why he was so sad? Because he was told it didn't happen. Isn't that what happened? Never happened. Denied. Then all of a sudden, it's the truth. It's on TV. I know, we saw it. We gave you the radar tapes. It's all recorded. We don't know about no tapes. I handed them to you. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I even made a log of it. Where is it? See, it never happened. Oh. Devin. No, my name's Kevin. No, your name is Devin. My name is Kevin Day. No, your name is Devin K. And he looks at his badge and he goes, look, I'm Devin K. I'm Devin K. What's going on? You know? And then he had the downfall. That's what happened. And then in the middle of the night, attention, Devin K. It's Kevin! Please stay in your room. You are under protest. What? You are under arrest. You said protest. No, I didn't. Don't leave your pod. Pod? Where am I? Jabba? I know that laugh. It would be wise if you released the prisoners. Duska patatushka tatka un Jedi. Jedi mind trick. You will release the Wookiee to me. And Han Solo. What? Remember that little guy? And then he went up into the, and he had the tooth. Those were all Jim Henson puppets. Remember that guy? Yeah. That was a good, very good movie. It's not time yet. Stop. Let's get back to work. See, this is why people don't come over here. Because of that. We always have interruptions, stupid stuff that has nothing to do with anything. All right, I'm going to read something, and it says, F. Jim Semivan. Read this, a-hole. That's not very nice. This is from Grant Cameron? It is. Oh, Jim Semivan. Okay, he says, okay, so they're quoting Jim Semivan. Where does the government hide the UFO secret? Oh, yeah, this was for yesterday's show. So he says, so I think what has happened, Semivan says, is in the very beginning, I think what happened is probably Eisenhower in the early 50s to get this whole topic of UFOs and UAPs under control, probably executed a presidential executive emergency action document, which is pretty interesting. Not many people really know about those, but the president has rather extraordinary powers where under extraordinary circumstances, he can come out and say, okay, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, and this is who we are going to tell. And this is who we are not going to tell. And that is pretty much it. That has a pretty strong legal precedent, says Jim Semivan. We know. You see what I mean? Circles. Urkels, circles. That doesn't sound right. Jerkles? That's all they do. Just round and round we go. The same story. Yeah, there we go. Always. It isn't time yet. Thank you. I don't like Jim Semivan. I think he's a major disinfo guy. And people believe him because of his name, Semivan. People believe that name. If his last name was Snyder, you wouldn't believe him. But you gotta critical think through these things. What did Jim Semivan do? He set up the biggest con for the threat assessment with Jim Lukatsky, ATIP, OSEP, whatever the F you want to call it. And the road to where we are now was being laid out with the help of Semivan, Mellon, some dead guy with Harry Reid as well, and a couple others. I can't remember their names, my God. But, they were all TTSA players, that did absolutely nothing. What did they do at TTSA anyway? But anyway, another show. But Jim Semivan, he's the guy that people believe, like Grush believed him. Why do they believe this guy is beyond me? There's got to be a reason why. And I don't get it. And when I look at Jim Semivan, I see shifty, shady, shisty. The three shishes you don't want in ufology. Shifty, shady, shisty, shyster. It. Shisty. Yeah. So, the fact that he's still trying to be relevant, it bothers me, and I try to look for all that stuff anytime I see him, and just try to remind myself, as well as you, what Jimmy did for ufology. And what did he do? What did he do What did he do? Did he do? What did he do, Jim Semivan? Do? Jim Semivan created stories of fantasy that aren't true. And because he said them, people believe them. I don't know why. I really don't know. Stephen Greenstreet gets it, though. He's on our side. And that's why people don't like him. Because 80% of ufology is from the left. And that's why we are shadow banned, and all the people who go against the narrative that they want us to believe in the Corbells and the Elizondos and the Foxes and the Corbels. Yeah, no, we don't do that. We're with the 20%, the Greers, the Schrats, Jim Goodalls, those people. I say Greer. Did I say Greer? You want to know why? Did I say Greer? I think I did. Because Greer, although he's with the CE5 thing, take that away, and what do you got? The alternative narrative that's more right than their side is, I feel. And the more sane-sounding stories compared to dots and claims of things that we're looking at that aren't happening. You know, what we see here is a swarm, they told us. A swarm of 3, all right. And they're making incredible maneuvers. No, they weren't. They were just going in a straight line at 82 kilometers an hour, whatever the hell it was. Right? Nothing happened. That is so much worse than getting something wrong. Like, hey, they can regrow limbs now. You know, I'd rather be wrong about that, but they are trying to rebuild them, and they might be able to do it. But, you know, I think it's a lot more conceivable than, well, these orbs go in and out of one of many dimensions. You know, we can't prove it, but theoretically speaking, I need more nuts and bolts in my life. You got to start with nuts and bolts. That builds the foundation. And then once you realize what you have in the foundation of your ufological history, you have that base. You really do. Then you can build up upon it what theories and what stories and what other hypotheses that people come up with that give them ideas on what they're doing here, how they got here, how long they stay in, are they here, who's here, how many are here, and so on and so forth. What's their contribution to society, if anything at all? If there was a discovery, you know, automatically it probably wouldn't. Let's say you and I together were digging in the middle of the Florida Everglades and we came upon a UFO. We'll call it a mini-fo, a real small one, 3-footer, but it was a UFO. All right, we'll say 30 feet. It's a real Bob Lazar one, right? It's what do they call it? Sports model. I thought it's the sports model. Thanks, Bob. You just didn't know I was here. Right? We discover it. Now, what do we do with it? We call the news. As soon as we call the news, they're going to want to know what we have over the phone. And you're going to say, it is so big, I can't do it over the phone. Now, guess what? You just alerted whoever else was listening, if they were. So you can't take those chances. So what do? You call the news, or if it was me, I would just show up. Just show up at the news. And before you go there, and I'm not joking, I mean this with all sincerity, if you ever get something as valuable as an alien corpse, body, whatever, or the UFO, and you're going to meet with somebody and make an announcement, you definitely want to put the wand over them. You can buy those now for yourself to see if somebody has a listening device on them. They're $50. If not, you can get them cheaper. You pull it out, pull up the antenna, press the button, and just wave it. It's about 6 inches long. No, not the same. Right? But who do you go to? Yeah. Who do you trust? Because guess what's going to happen? You're going to tell, you're going to tell that news person, that journalist, and they're going to call their boss. Hey, boss, I got something that's, well, let's just say this, out of this world. What do you mean? A guy came in tonight and he's got evidence of a UFO. And I believe it's real. Now all of a sudden, a red flag goes up somewhere, and the government's going to try to stop it before it goes public. Right? If they can catch it. How cool would that be, though? You go on air. It is 9 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time here in Tampa, Florida. I'm with Rich Giordano, who calls himself a UFO hunter. Would that be a good term to call you there, Rich? It's good a term as any, whatever you want to call me. UFO hunter, UFO researcher, investigator. I'm just looking for the truth. And I think I may have found it. Yeah, can you expand on that and tell us what you found or what you think you found? But I got to tell you, folks, this is something I never thought I would see. Huh? Oh, all right. Go ahead. Show everybody. This is video recording of a UFO. I found it while I was in the Everglades looking for treasure with my friend. We are treasure hunters, and we had a call to go to this location where there may have been a shipwreck. Turns out, well, we found something that is out of this world. And here it is on video. Just look at that right there. That is the inside of a UFO. As you can see, there's nothing going on. There's no seats. There's no computer screens, no monitors. We don't know how old it is. Nobody knows. What do you think would happen at that moment that Rich Giordano from GUFON is talking about the UFO he went inside and recorded and is now showing the world? You know what's going to happen? 2 things, maybe 3. The first thing, CIA gets called. Air Force gets called. Army gets called. Oh, man. They are coming over to your house to find out where it is. And if you don't tell them, you're going to be locked away. You would be. They would do that to you. This is why you can't do this stuff. This is why you got to be prepared. You can't talk about it. You capture something that's that important, you just don't speak of it. You got to do it so casually, and you can't do it right away. Look, nobody's going to find anything. You're the only person on the planet that is in possession of something like this that we know of. Nobody else has come out forward. How weird would that be? I think about that a lot. I'm like walking out, because I've had dreams about walking in the middle of my school and going out to the baseball field, and there's a gray silver disc shaped object just 30 feet right over the mound, right over and it just covered up the whole infield. Yeah. It was a foggy morning too. It was on a Sunday. That dream. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, if those dreams are realities and we're tapping into the dreams which are realities, then the reality is not here. And let me tell you something. Tomorrow on the members show, you're going to be really happy you're there, because you're going to find out, I think the aliens and everything else, they're in the water. Yep, they're in the water. They're in all the oceans. They're in the Gulf. They're in the seas. They're in the rivers. They're everywhere in water. Yep. Yep. Nope. They might be in ice, but I'm telling you, they are in water. You know why? How are we going to get there? End of story. End of story. In a recent op-ed, UFO activist Christopher Mellon complains about the Pentagon's excessive secrecy regarding UFOs, specifically stating that the UFO security... Wait, what? The UFO Security Classification Guide 2020 is a gag order that specifically forbids DoD officials from even revealing to the media and the public the fact that virtually everything about UFOs is unreleasable. Okay. Okay. Someone should tell Christopher Mellon that it was his own UFO activist buddies who wrote that classification guide. Unbelievable, right? Travis Taylor is on record claiming he helped Jay Stratton write the UFO classification guide while working inside the Pentagon. Oh, Jay Stratton. And Jim Semivan. Yeah, he's the other one. Jay Stratton. Fantasyland. Disinfo guy. I bet my life on it. Taylor and Stratton are both avid UFO activists. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. Look, they're not for the reasons they tell us. They're not for the greater good. They're to find out how to weaponize it. But they made it into a TV show, so in case, we can do it out in the open at a real place like Skinwalker Cache, maybe there really is something going on over there. But we could lie because it's all recorded anyway. They're both activists, ghost hunters, and believers in all things paranormal. Thank you. I didn't say it. He did. They were somehow able to hold leadership positions at the Pentagon. Exactly. How did they? Jay and I and a few others, we wrote the security classification guide when we wrote the UAP task force. Travis Taylor sitting next to Jay Stratton on Alien Con, April 2023. Alien Con. Those two words should never be together. That's so sad. Then what do we call it, Rich? Not con. How about UFO discussion, UFO talks, UFO meeting? How about UFO UAP? So then Jay and I and a few others, they wrote that, included in that few others is fellow activist and Chris Mellon buddy, Lou Eleganzo. I spoke with a longtime Pentagon source of mine who worked with the UAP task force. They state Stratton overclassified everything so that it would be extra spooky and less discoverable to the media. Stupid. See what I mean? They also say the top redacted signature at the bottom of the UFO classification guide is Jay Stratton's. So follow along here with me. Number one, a bunch of UFO activists inside the Pentagon overly classified UFO data to make UFOs seem more mysterious. And then, number two, UFO activists like Christopher Mellon complained that the Pentagon made UFOs more classified. This is baffling stuff. Does Chris Mellon not know it was his fellow UFO activists that did this? Or does Christopher Mellon actually know and is just hoping you don't know? Yeah. What do you think? You know what I mean? It makes me so mad. It does. It makes me angry. A little bit. A little bit. You want to see a UFO video? Me too. Me too. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. What is... Oh, that was that. Hold on. I think I've got... No, we're not doing that. We did that. What is this? No. 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 Come on. Oh my God, I've got so much stuff. I can't go through all this. All right, check this out. Purple string of lights goes into a river. I said I have some UFOs. Unable to post. Unable to view it. Let me see if I can. I had no problem on the phone seeing that post. Now I can't see it. This is crazy. Like, how does that happen? How does that happen? Well, here's another one from China. This is strange. Now, this has to be an airplane. This has to be. Check it out in 5, 4, 3, 2. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Looks like a thumbprint, you know, without the squiggly lines for the print. Yeah, yeah. Maybe an airplane. Is this where the airplane is? No. It's cool though. It's cold, folks. So Kevin Day. He might be back into the regular world soon. Maybe he'll start doing podcasts again. Maybe. Oh my God, I got to show you this. I've never seen anything like this. The video is called Lightning Melts. Melt. M-E-L-T-S. I ain't never seen anything like this ever. And if this is real, it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Ever. And it looks real. That's how scary it is. Melting lightning bolts. I don't know why it's not. Oh, I got to press play. You ready? Look at the plasma on the ground, though. See it? It's fake, isn't it? Yeah, it's fake. You can tell by the bottom. Pretty cool, though. It's wild, ain't it? Hey, Murder Hornet, how are you? How is everybody? Alpine Gulch. What do you say? Oh, there's some supers I see. Are there? Ben. Hey, thanks, man. It's £2, 2 quid super dono from Ben, the Yorkshire Gufonian. Thanks, man. A continuing supporter of GUFON, he is Stu Gerson. A long-time subscriber and a continuing supporter of GUFON. What do you say there, lad? Good to see you. Thanks for supporting the show with the $1 super dono. Where you been? Where you been? All right, good to see you. It's Saturday. I know you're working. I know. Me too. Me too. Good to see you, Stu. And Alpine Gulch. Thanks, man. Oh, wow. It's a $5 super sticker. Now you're part of the family. I don't know if that's your first one. I think that's your first one. You know what we do? We bring you in to the family. There's only one way to do it. Let me get the announcer. Eddie! We got a new one. Alpine Gulch. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Thank you, Alpine Gulch, for the $5 super sticker. Good. All of us non-stickies. What? Thank you for the support. You are now part of the family. Forever. Forever. That's right, folks. Alpine Gulch is a family member, and I hear he tastes fantastic. So don't worry, we're not going to eat you. We're just going to feed you. To the happy community. Nobody's eating. We're joking around. Don't worry about going to sleep tonight, though. I'm not going to have any problems. I'm just saying, don't worry about going to sleep. Jeez, what are you guys, crazy? Somebody's crazy. Thank you for the support. Back to work, shall we? Oh, a UFO over Scottsdale, Arizona, where I lived for 43 long years. Let's see what happened on March 2024. That's when it happened, on March. Oh, this is... That was the alarm set for the 7 o'clock show. So I wake up. Remember, I was looking for the video before of the thing, the blue thing, the blue, well, here it is. This is from Scottsdale, Arizona. Yeah, the other video shows it going into water. This one just shows it, I think, in the sky. Check it out. Blue shit in the sky.
In Scottsdale right now.
It's balloons. Anything else would be uncivilized. I'm joking. Let's go back. It's a squealing worm-like object. That's right, Mary. He's desperately dying in the air, gasping for air. Seems like that, Mary. You got a very good imagine. And he's just about to die. Calm down, Mary. Seriously, I saw his soul leave. It turned blue-black, and I swear... All right, let's just play the video. I'm serious.
So if you're in Scottsdale right now, near McDowell and Hayden Road, you're going to see this thing in the sky. We don't know what it is. It'd be cool if we did. If you do, please leave a comment to say exactly what the hell I'm looking at. So if you're in Scottsdale right now, near McDowell and Hayden Road, you're going to see this thing in the sky. We don't know what it is. It'd be cool if we did. If you do, please leave a comment to say exactly what the hell I'm looking at.
McDowell and Hayden Road, just so some of you know, is near the, Old Town Scottsdale is right around the corner from there. And they have a lot of strange things there. They have cool bars. That could have been an after hours thing, but let's go take a look on Google Earth and see what it looks like on McDowell and Hayden intersection. Shall we? Calm down. Just calm down, dude. Sorry. I'm sorry. I got excited. I like Google Earth. Let's pull it up. Here we go. I'm opening it. There we go. All right. We're just going to put in the intersection. McDowell, McDowell Road, and Hayden Boulevard. Go. Watch the world burn. All right. So here's the 101 freeway. This is about 1.5 miles, give or take. And McDowell Road, it used to be a very big road. It is now just 4 lanes, 2 each way. And there's not much going on over here, guys. But let's drop us down at the intersection and take a look around, shall we? So you see here, shopping centers. There's a car dealership around the area. I am almost positive there was some sort of event because this is near Tempe, college town. Not that far away. There could have been a game. See, this is Sun Devil Auto. Sun Devils. Arizona State Sun Devils. So, again, prove there's Papago Parkway right up here. Those are the little mountains. So, anything could be up here. And a lot of things get released. And there's a lot of night clubs up the street, just a mile up the road. So you never know what people are doing in Arizona. They're weird. Doesn't surprise me that guy saw something strange. All right? Calm down, everybody. Let's calm down. I'm near Hayden Boulevard and McDowell, and I don't know what it is. Yeah. It looks like a toy. All right, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I got to pull the screen back up. Shall we? Go. All right, let me show you another UFO video because these are just rolling tonight. These videos are so amazing. But first, can I show you something extremely cute? This sucks. There's a guy in traffic. Let me start that over. There's a black man in traffic in his beautiful, expensive car, rolling a joint while waiting at the red light. A guy sees that and is recording him and going, "Yo, stop! Hey!" Why was he telling him to stop? I'm going to show you why. This sucks. This poor guy. See, this is why you don't roll joints in traffic. All right? You don't load your bowl in the middle of a road. Go.
Bro, look up! Look up, bro! Hey! Hey, bro! Bro! Look up, bro! Come on! Man, hey! Hey! Bro!
Unreal. Doesn't that make you sad? A little bit, right? One more time. Play it.
Bro, look up! Look up, bro! Hey! Hey, bro! Bro! Look up, bro! Come on! Man, hey! Hey! Bro!
He even looked at him, right? He looked right at bro. He looked, huh? Dun, dun, dun. And the cops looking at him, at the guy with the camera going, it didn't matter. Bro was too focused on rolling that J at a freaking light. You don't do that. And don't you do this before you're going to do this? Right? He's like, red light. Didn't care. Man, gotta have that J. It's not illegal, but it's illegal to do it while you're driving. I want to show you this video of the earthquake in Taiwan. This is crazy video. This is so unbelievably, I would imagine you would think you're going to die. There's no other reason why you would think you're going to live in this situation. I would have thought I'd be dead. I would pray to those alien gods as fast as they abduct us. Go. Watch this. That's nothing. Oh my God, no! I would say I'm dead right there. Dude! And he was under the bridge. Wow. Looks like a car wash right there. That's crazy. That is so crazy. What was it, 7.5? Whole mountain's coming down. You're in your car. You get underneath like an awning type of thing because rocks fall off the mountain right there, and they built a ceiling. Now the whole mountain's coming down. I would think the whole thing would be crushed coming right through that roof. Oof, forget it. There's a lot of crazy things happening, right? A lot of earthquakes. Into Thin Air showed us. I think he had another video. That's right. There was one more video I think he had I wanted to show. Hey. Oh, that's odd. Yeah, YouTube changed the way it looked. No glitch? Oh, I played these. Okay, so we're all caught up, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're caught up. 5 hours ago. Huh? Oh my God. Oh, I never... Did I play this? No. Okay, this is the whole video. All right. This is what I need to show you. My God, I knew I was losing my mind. I just showed you the 1 minute video. This is the real video, the whole thing. I'm so silly. Oh, Richie. Richie G. Poor little Richie. In 3, 2.
All right, my friends, welcome back. April 13th, 2024. And it's been a pretty wild 48 hours to say the least with this very, very weird anomaly that popped up right in between Antarctica and Africa. As many of you know, after I posted my video, I think it's pushing almost 2 million views on X right now. Pretty much everyone jumped into this conversation. We heard everything from a meteor strike to a underwater UFO. I got comments about Godzilla and the Kraken, pretty much everything you can think of. But I want to get back into reality a little bit and show you some things that are literally right here in this area where this anomaly popped up, and I'm surprised no one's even pointed this out. Now, first and foremost, this anomaly is very much still here. The only thing that Ventus Sky did as we move into Wednesday and Thursday, they just removed the data from Thursday moving forward when the wave pool moved into the North Atlantic. And yes, if you're going to claim a glitch, I would do that too, but why haven't they removed the actual initial anomaly? And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Now we're going to zoom in here, and obviously we all know there was no giant wave pool or tsunamis that came from this, but that's not the point. And I tried explaining this in comments for people that are like, well, if there was waves this big, wouldn't people know? But what happened here is this website reacted to a real event. Something happened in the water, or as I'm going to show you somewhere else in this area, which caused this program, Ventus Sky, to then forecast a wave pool. So the waves may have not been real, but what triggered the waves is real. And I can prove that because it's something that has repeated more than once in the same exact spot. And you're not going to believe what's in this spot. Now, over here on windy.com, this website is actually the site that caused me to look into this and find out where this anomaly is coming from. And you could see it right now. This is why I'm surprised nobody pointed this out. There is a negative space here. We're in the wave setting map of windy.com. And if I move the cursor here, what do you notice? This spot never goes away. The waves never overcome it, and it just sticks out like a sore thumb as if there's an island there. Now stick with me here. I have windy and I have Ventus Sky lined up right next to each other. This little spot right here is exactly where this anomaly first came from. You can actually see a flat edge right here. This is exactly where this began. I had originally thought it popped up off the coast of Antarctica down here, but now I know full well it did not do that. This is the beginning frame of this anomaly, and it began right at this negative spot here on windy.com, and you could see the island right there as the waves passed by. Nothing ever...
You know what it reminds me of? It almost seems like a weapon from space, especially where it was located when it started. And it made it all the way up into the Atlantic. But it didn't, like, I don't know if, nobody knows. Was anybody on the ground when the anomaly came by to see if there were 20-foot waves around the coast. I don't know. I haven't heard that yet. So maybe it is just a glitch. It's a weird one, though. Maybe it was just, maybe it was a weapon.
Touches this spot. Now let's go check this area out, and we'll go ahead and use Google Earth to do that. So obviously we're going down in this area here. I've already looked at this spot, so I know where we're going, and it's right here, this island, and it sits basically at a fault line that looks just like the Juan de Fuca fracture zone on the west coast of California and Oregon, of course. But my friends, I'm telling you right now, this very well may be where this anomaly or possible frequency is coming from, and I'm going to show you what I mean by frequency.
That's cool.
On past charts where weird anomalies are coming from this exact area. Now, of course, when you zoom into this island, it is just a snow-covered ice cap, and anyone that's been on Google Earth or used Google Earth for a long time, things can easily be made to look like things that they are not. So these random islands out here, a lot of them are blurred out or blacked out for people that own them and don't want them seen on Google Earth, so it's very possible that a place like this can be disguised to look like just an ice-covered island. Now, again, bear with me. I want you to see where all this lines up. So we're going to zoom back out here, and you can see exactly where this island is compared to the African coast here, and also compared to Antarctica here. We have this little sliver and glacier that sticks out, and then the island is just to the right of that, straight up. So now back to windy.com, and we could zoom in and verify that we are looking at this island right here. But the weird thing is that the waves are being avoided in this area over here while the island is right here. So maybe the chart is off a little bit. Anyway, regardless, this is the area in which the anomaly first popped up, and that straight line basically showing the beginning of the anomaly, because then basically just morphed into a giant wave pool that moved up into the North Atlantic, as you could see on the left side there. And I'm pretty much the only one with this data, because by the time other channels were posting it, they had removed the last couple days of data, but you could still see it right here. All right, my friends, now this is where things get very weird, and I appreciate the patience. I know this video isn't as short as the ones in the past, but I need all this information out there and for everyone to understand it as I explain it. So this chart right here is our total precipitable water. We could follow low pressure systems, hurricanes, water vapor, that type of stuff, but check this out. This thing picks up some sort of frequency as we move into the 10th and the 11th. You're going to see these weird artifacts right there popping up from down right where we saw the anomaly off Antarctica and the southern coast of Africa. Look at these distortion lines. I'll move a little more forward and you can see exactly where they're coming from. These beams are coming from what looks like the shores of Antarctica and then swooping up towards South America and up into the North Atlantic. Just a weird looking frequency that comes and disappears as we move into the 12th. It's gone. Now we'll backtrack. There it is again on the 12th, the 11th, and back to the 10th right here where we no longer see it. So this doesn't exactly line up with the anomaly popping up at that time, but what if one of these frequencies took place and then caused that weather chart maybe in some sort of error predict a wave pool that would move all the way up into the North Atlantic? This is very much right here, and you can see it in real time. You can actually see another wave of energy moving up through Australia, the Papua New Guinea, Indonesia area, up through Japan. And I know there's people out there that talk about this stuff. I haven't really got too much into this sort of thing, but to ignore this right now is absolutely crazy. It looks to be that there's some sort of energy pulse coming from Antarctica, or at least in this area where we saw the anomaly.
Wait. Do you see what I see? What if it goes around the whole world? Look, it comes around here, then goes here, and then comes up here. That's what's going on. You can see how it even turns here. It's connecting. See here? It doesn't go past here, the anomaly. It stays right here, and it looks like it disconnects here. But maybe it's just because the signal's not strong right there. I don't know. But this looks like it's encompassing the whole entire planet. Or it's engulfing. Maybe the whole thing is just going to do something to all of this. And it's a target. That's what this is. This I bet, it's circular. It's a circle. I think this has to do with the actual software or the satellite itself. Something's wrong with it. And it's creating these glitches maybe. I don't know. You see, doesn't this look like scales? Doesn't it? Like a snake or a lizard. That's what this looks like. Even here, look at this. There's lines that, man, I don't like it. It's almost like a snake. Oh, man. Wouldn't that be weird if the aliens were sending us signals like something like that? And it would take a genius like me to figure it out. We're living in weird times. Well, that is it. We're done for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night for the actual members show. Yes, my friends. No members show tonight. Nah. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm doing the Saturday, Sundays, 5 p.m. for now. So 5 p.m. tomorrow for the members show. It'll be a good one. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the Ocean's 11, the movie. No, they're in there. We've done it before, but I want to talk a little more. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hey, oh, wait, somebody just sent Dorothy did $2 super dono from Big Sister or dit.55 on X, formerly known as Twitter. Thank you, Dorothy. Dorothy Hawkins, everybody, throwing down a $2 super dono. It's pure love. Grazie. Grazie. Thanks, Dorothy. Thank you, Dorothy Hawkins. And newcomers and veterans, thank you very much for... That's not funny anymore. Oh, somebody sent a PayPal? Hold on. Thank you, Ben. $4.20 for 20. That's what I call love. And he says, just because I can. Ben. By the way, no notes. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for helping support Truthology for Ufology and hanging out. Ben, appreciate the PayPal. Dorothy, grazie. Alpine Gulch, Stu Gerson, Ben, the Yorkshire Grifonian, and Sven, grazie. Grazie. And everybody else showing up, hanging out on a Saturday after evening noon. And thanks for doing that. So, we do it here every single night, basically. What do we do? Truthology for ufology. For you. That's right, Chickie. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And I really hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And members, I'll be there, don't worry. And Twitter, X, whatever, they won't be involved tomorrow. All right, we'll see you. Have a great rest of your weekend. And for everybody else, we'll see you on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Have a great weekend. Giddy up and alien bless. God, it's getting longer and longer every time. Alien bless.
There's a good thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over and why did it sound like treasured sites in Christianity?
Cosmic swirl when mystery on the wind, His truth's begun. With a grin so wide and a heart so bold, He's leading us on a cosmic rock and roll. Raise a glass to Richie G.